You ever feel like sometimes I feel like you ever had somebody tell you be patient, your time's coming, it's just not the right time yet. Which, that can be true, right? Or um things like God has a plan, have faith. But it's like they don't they don't see all they don't see the times when you do try and you're just failing and failing. So I say that to say that while I do believe in patience, I think the bigger picture is I think these terms are just used as cope, which is nothing wrong with it. But I think people really forget that you really got to work. You really got to just keep pushing. Um, Nothing ain't gonna fall out the sky, and that's one thing that people really miss. And the double whammy to that is you can shoot real high and still come short. So it's like, um, I feel like you should always have goals and things of that nature, but don't set a standard so high to the point where every time you reach a milestone, you're always going to be disappointed. And like I was saying earlier, I think people just overlook. Just you got to keep going. Yeah, you can have patience, faith, all that stuff is cool, but you have to work. You have to put the work in. Um, Now, do you get rewarded down the line? What I'm saying, law of attraction. I mean, I don't know. It's all what you believe, but at this point in my life, I feel like you should always just you have to keep your head down and have a plan. Keep your head down, have a plan, and just work to get 1% better every day. Um, I guess, no, not I guess, but the gist of this video is just saying, the gist of what I'm trying to communicate is you can't be attached to the outcome. Because when you attach to the outcome, you always going to be, like I said earlier, disappointed. You always going to be angry, frustrated. You're going to start getting mad, bitter. Oh, how come he got this or she got this and I don't? Like, when you attach to the outcome, like, attach to the outcome, or I can't think of a better term, but things outside of your control, that's where the depression, anxiety, and people becoming bitter starts. Um, you can't overlook the small wins. Like, I can't learn how to play a Whitney Houston song, and then after I play, I'm like, damn, I suck because I can't play Beethoven now. Like, you can't do stuff. You can't do that, man. And I think that's where human beings mess up at. Where I feel like human beings in society, and it's true that we do reward winners and not the losers. We do reward first place and not somebody who came in fifth or sixth place, but um, it's hard to be positive in such a negative world. But that's what you have to do. I think that I don't know, man. I just think we as humans we get so focused on winning and being a top dog. I don't know if that's an American thing or that's just a worldly thing, a world thing. But we always look at who's the best, and like, yeah, like there's something wrong with wanting to be the best. I'm not saying that, but to solely focus on being the best or number one to the point where like you don't even, it's not fun anymore or it's hard to enjoy having small wins, I feel like that's a problem. And I feel like that's borderline trying to be a perfectionist. And I think being a perfectionist is not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to stop you from trying. It's going to stop you from trying to improve. It's going to just, you're going to get one small win and then shit on yourself. Another one, shit on yourself. That's what it turns into. And at the end of the day, if we're keeping it a buck, bro, if we're, at the end of the day, all this shit about being the best, being great, being lit, all this shit is all about either shitting on somebody else, trying to be better than somebody else, or being in competition with somebody that you don't even fucking know, or keeping up, or as the old school people used to always say, growing up, keeping up with the Joneses. That's really what all this is really about. Like, nobody ever wants to do things just for them anymore. I think I like I really think people just want to look. People just want to look lit. People just want to look like they have a happy life. But in reality, I feel like a lot of people aren't happy. A lot of people aren't content. Um, People just want to portray a lifestyle, whether it's them traveling, nice clothes, going to events. Um, People feel like they gotta broadcast uh, their business in the streets. And fuck, what was it? Someone on this video? But yeah, that's how I feel, man. I feel like people do that, but people don't really focus on, are you working on you for you though? Are you working on you because you really want to improve? You know what I'm saying? It's always some other hidden agenda with all this stuff, right? Um yeah, like people ain't really trying to work. People ain't really trying to really get after it. They just want everything to fall in their lap. They want instant gratification. And I think that's where all this, I'm not saying patient is rooted, being patient is rooted in that, but I think people take that shit like, it's hard for people to accept that term, being patient, or even I think people just say, not your time, God has a plan, have faith. um I think people still take those and really don't even really think about it for real. Like, they still want instant gratification even after acknowledging that. Like, can you accept patience if that means your chance ain't gonna come 5 years from now, and within those 5 years you have to work on all your weaknesses? If it's God's plan, but it's not until at the end of the year, is that something you can accept? Or do you take God's plan, or do you take have faith, or do you take have patience as, oh yeah, yeah, I got that. Yeah, that means it's gonna come in 2 months now. That means it's gonna come in a week. Like, y'all forgetting that you got put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really the elephant in the room, as they say. Yeah, people just don't want to work; they want it fast. And me being almost 30, I realized if the shit ain't hard, you really ain't gonna grow for real. The workout ain't hard. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Maybe you can lose weight. You know what I'm saying. Maybe you can lose weight. Maybe you can. You know what I'm saying. Get a little nice shape, but the shit ain't hard. You ain't fucking building character, bro. You know what I'm saying. Even with me with music, man. If I'm not practicing piano, if I'm not learning music theory, if I'm not making beats every day, motherfucker, I ain't learning, bro. I'm not really growing. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, expanding my skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to hone in on your strengths. It's another thing to hone in on your weaknesses. You know, like because when you struggle to get better, it's gonna be nice where you're frustrated, where you want to quit, where you want to, where you crying, where you think, man, I'm not good enough, where you don't do this shit for 3 months because of fraud or frustration. But but when you learn how to push yourself through that, and you still do it, and you still come back frustrated all day. Okay, I'm gonna come back the next day. Forget about that. That was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That's what builds you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what really builds you. And having patience is just realizing you're not gonna get everything in one day. That's what it really is. And I'm sorry I'm all over the place with this video, but it's just me throwing shit out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize for that if it's kind of over the place, but another example, man, it just amazed me how even me being a producer, I'm still not the best, I'm still not the greatest, but I've come a long way. It still amazed me how it's people who think they can just jump into the shit and make crazy beats within a year. Like that just baffles me. Or like how people think they can just walk into a MMA gym and be nice at it in 6 months. Like it's just the arrogance of people don't really know how much work athletes, actors, musicians, doctors, these people really put in, bro. But that's the society we live in. Everybody think they can run a 6-figure business. No experience, never been an employee, never been an assistant. Everybody think they can, you know what I'm saying, become a manager within 6 months. Like motherfuckers is delusional, bro. For real, man. People are delusional. They think everything is just gonna fall in their lap. And I'm gonna just end it with this: like, if you know how to push yourself, and if you have good habits, and if you actually enjoy improving and learning, you're already gonna be ahead of everybody. And I feel like you already gonna be more successful than a lot of people. Um, because in my opinion, without those, I don't see how you grow and be successful. So, um, I don't want to make this long at all, but yeah, all them sayings is cool. Patience, have faith, all that stuff is cool. But at the end of the day, you gotta really put in the work, and that's all there is to it. But let me know what y'all think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, life with Don. We out. Peace.